Hi, I'm Kevin Ireland with the Ogden Weber Chamber of Commerce, and you're watching Chamber Chat. Today we have with us Kelly Van Noy with Comfort Keepers. How you doing this morning, Kelly?
Terrific.
So tell us a little bit about Comfort Keepers. What are they all about?
Thank you, Kevin. What we do at Comfort Keepers is we provide support to people who are themselves aging, or they have someone who they are caring for who's aging, who would like to remain in their own homes and need some support to get there, because as we age, I think most of us are figuring this out, we start to slow down a bit on some of those activities of daily living.
Yes, we do. Absolutely.
And, whether it's getting food, getting up in the morning, getting dressed, having a bath, sometimes trouble just transferring from one place to the other, cleaning, just the stuff that's part of your activities of daily living.
So is it assisted living type of a setup, or give me a little more definition of, do you have somebody actually come into the home and help with these individuals, or how does that work?
That's the premise of the entire service, is to work with people in the place they call home.
Okay.
And it's generally their own homes. Sometimes we also add help to people in senior housing or in assisted living facilities where some additional help could make a difference.
Sure.
But the goal is, as long as the individual wants to stay in what they call their home, and the family or that person is just overwhelmed by taking care of these activities of daily living,
right,
we bring in what we call caregivers, trained, well-selected, background-checked people who come in and just put in that bump to making sure that the activities are squared away so that, well, these people don't end up having to go to a nursing home or other places before it would be medically appropriate. Sometimes people get afraid and they just say, I think it's time to put mom in a home, or I think it's time to go to a home, when actually they want to stay at their house they've been living in for decades.
This is another opportunity then. This is an avenue, if you will, for individuals who are aging to not have to primarily go to a home, but they can stay in their own home where they're comfortable and have some assistance there with daily routines, going to the grocery store, maybe going to the doctor to pick up their medications, or whatever the case may be, to help them have the best life possible, at least for a time until there is such a day or a time that they have to go to a home, or that's a necessity. Is that correct?
That's exactly correct. And part of what we love about being in the chamber is that there are a few of us who do home care that want to strengthen the role that home care has in the community and with each other, and to make sure that businesses know if employees or the families of their employees are struggling with these same issues, that we can help come in and analyze and put together a plan so that it decreases absenteeism at the workplace, promotes their well-being, and they're not always being distracted by worrying about mom, that we help them come up with a plan to work with the community, work with providers and each other. And so that's really part of why we hope to make a difference with the chamber and the community of providers.
So Kelly, tell me, are you involved with hospice as well? I mean, are you the step prior to hospice, or do you stay right through hospice? I mean, how does that work?
Well, we can stay through hospice. A hospice is a program that's basically to come in and help with the same sorts of issues to some degree, but mostly with palliative care for those who are failing and in what you would call the last 6 months of their life, as if their disease condition proceeds the way it would normally proceed, that they would have 6 months or less. Well, we would be, as you described, prior to that time, yet we can also continue on if the hospice company wouldn't be able to provide as much as the family would want for the loved one.
How much time do your caregivers give? I mean, is it a 2-hour visit? Is it a 4-hour visit? Is it an 8-hour time frame? Do they come periodically? Give me just a generic, if you will, overview of kind of how that works.
It's really most practical for the family members and for us if we go in for a minimum of 2 hours at a time. And we can expand that from 2 hours up to 4 hours, depending on the need, 5 hours. We've had individuals who've wanted us in longer for companionship and supervision if someone's beginning some stages of dementia and they're not really sure that mom can stay home all day while they're at work. Some people will have us come in and just stay there for the day. we do have trained individuals who know how to work with families on Alzheimer's and dementia care. So it can really be from 2 hours to 8 hours. We've at times had people have us come in for 24 hours or extended stay so they can go on a vacation, which is great respite if you're a caregiver and getting burned out. You just need to get away with your spouse or family to sort of reignite that which makes you happy to be alive, you know.
Right. So tell me, Kelly, if I have a family member that needs some service from you, how would I go about getting that information, and how would I reach out to you?
Well, if you give us a call, we're just here in town on Madison at 2780. However, our phone number, 629-4663, will get you through to an individual who will schedule someone to come out and visit with whoever's the contact person.
Great.
And do an assessment of needs and review what's going to be some of the best plans. And really, our focus is to make sure that we work with the family, not instead of the family, but to do as much as we can to be part of the solution and keep everyone involved and come up with a plan that makes the most of all the available resources so that they only spend as much as they need to with us. I know that that's counterintuitive to business, but this is a very expensive time of life for people, and we want to make sure that we're doing the best by the family and their resources.
So now, what's your number again?
629-4663. And that's in area code 801, right here in Ogden.
Perfect. Well, Kelly, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Kelly Van Noy with Comfort Keepers. If you need help, give him a call, visit their location. And you've been watching Chamber Chat, and I'm Kevin Ireland.